The village was buzzing with the anticipation of St. Nicholas Day. Connor, a mischievous 10-year-old boy, felt a thrill of excitement mingled with a touch of fear. The stories of the Krampus had always fascinated and terrified him. Connor was not a bad boy, but his love for pranks often landed him in trouble. His latest escapade involved setting fire to a farmer's barn, which caused quite a stir in the village. The farmer, Mr. Hensley, was one of the few who knew the real story. He had seen Connor sneaking around the barn that night, but the boy denied any involvement and the farmer had no proof. Because of Connor's denial, Mr. Hensley's insurance wouldn't cover the damage. The incident caused a lot of hardship for the farmer, but he didn't want to accuse a child without evidence. On St. Nicholas Day, Connor came face to face with a Krampus. He felt a strange burning sensation in his chest and rushed home, scared and confused. After researching about Krampus, Connor realized that he was turning into one. It was the universe's way of punishing him for his guilt, for setting the barn on fire and denying it. Over the next few days, Connor transformed completely into a little Krampus. His appearance changed drastically, causing a stir among the villagers who recognized him as the mischievous boy. They were terrified of Connor now. Even his closest friends avoided him, seeing him as a reminder of the consequences of wrongdoing. Connor felt lonely and regretful. He discovered that the only way to break the spell was to admit his guilt to Mr. Hensley, but he was too afraid of the consequences. The guilt was eating him from inside. One night, Connor decided to write a letter to Mr. Hensley confessing his actions. He hoped that this would help him redeem himself and break the curse. Connor slipped the letter under Mr. Hensley's door and ran away before anyone could see him. He spent the night hoping for the best but preparing for the worst. The next morning, Connor felt a change. His appearance was normal again. He had been forgiven. He felt a sense of relief and freedom that he hadn't felt in a long time. Mr. Hensley found the letter and was both shocked and relieved to finally know the truth. He was angry but also felt sympathy for the boy who had learned his lesson the hard way. Connor apologized to Mr. Hensley in person, promising to make amends. The farmer, seeing the sincerity in the boy's eyes, decided to give him a second chance. From that day forward, Connor worked on Mr. Hensley's farm, helping him rebuild the barn. The villagers noticed the change in him, and slowly he earned their trust back. Connor learned his lesson and became a better person. He understood the importance of honesty and responsibility. The memory of the little Krampus served as a reminder of his past mistakes. And so every St. Nicholas Day, Connor told his story, reminding the children of the village about the consequences of their actions. He was no longer the mischievous boy, but a responsible young man. The tale of the little Krampus became a legend in the village, a cautionary tale for children. And Connor, once the prankster, became a respected figure who had learned from his mistakes. Connor's transformation taught everyone in the village a valuable lesson. Forgiveness and redemption were possible, even for those who had made grave mistakes. The story of the little Krampus served as a beacon of hope. As for Connor, he never forgot the time he spent as a Krampus. He carried the lesson with him always, using it as a compass to guide his actions and decisions. And so, Connor lived on in the village, a symbol of redemption and change. His story served as a reminder to all that honesty and responsibility were virtues to be cherished, no matter what. His transformation from a mischievous boy to a responsible young man became a source of inspiration for everyone. He was a living testament to the power of admitting one's mistakes and seeking forgiveness. The villagers often looked at Connor with respect and admiration. The boy who had once been a source of trouble was now a beacon of maturity and responsibility. His story was one of hope and redemption. The story of the little Krampus was passed down from generation to generation. It served as a lesson for every child in the village and helped them understand the importance of honesty and responsibility. Connor continued to live a life of honesty and integrity. He worked hard and made sure to help those in need. He was a living example of the change that one could bring about by admitting their mistakes. Even in his old age, Connor would share his story with the young ones, reminding them of the legend of the little Krampus and the importance of truth and honesty. Years later, the story of the little Krampus was still as relevant as ever. It reminded everyone in the village of the power of honesty and the importance of taking responsibility for their actions. Connor's life was a testament to the power of redemption. His transformation from a mischievous boy to a responsible man served as a beacon of hope for everyone who heard his story. Connor's tale became a part of the village's folklore, a story passed down through generations. It was a tale of redemption, a tale of truth, and above all, a tale of the power of admitting one's mistakes. And so, the legend of the little Krampus lived on, the story of a boy who had to face the consequences of his actions and learned the importance of honesty and responsibility, a story of redemption and change. Connor's transformation was a reminder that every mistake was an opportunity to learn and grow. His story inspired everyone in the village to lead a life of honesty, responsibility, and integrity. Even as an old man, Connor was a living testament to the power of redemption. He carried his past with him, not as a burden, but as a reminder of the lessons he had learned. Connor may have once been a mischievous boy, but he grew up to be a man of wisdom and integrity. His story served as a reminder that it's never too late to admit your mistakes and seek redemption. And so the tale of the little Krampus, the boy who became a man, was told and retold, reminding everyone of the power of honesty, the importance of responsibility, and the possibility of redemption. Connor's story ended with him being a respected elder in the village, his tale serving as a lesson for generations. His life was a testament to the power of redemption and the strength of honesty and responsibility.